Yeah.
Are we live?
Mhm.
I don't even have my headphones on.
And we're live. Welcome, everybody. This stream is brought to you by nobody. We just pay for all this ourselves, and we have a little bit of fun. Hopefully you do too.
This stream is brought to you by broke ass bitches.
This stream is brought to you by Broke Ass Bitches MTG Lexicon.
Please buy us magic cards. We want magic cards so that we can play more magic.
I don't even know if I want that. I want help buying more equipment so we can stream more.
I don't know, you guys got a lot of cool equipment right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you say that now.
You say that. You could go overboard with this.
Oh, believe me, we could
You
go.
have no idea.
You don't know the third of it. I mean, seriously, we could all have SDI cameras and then have a basically it's a video switchboard, and do it in the way that some podcasts do, where you can actually, you have somebody sitting and queuing up and switching out like views like very accurately, and then that same person, like if we had like a dedicated person,
We need a dedicated human being, and we could do that here now. But the problem is we don't have a
Radio
dedicated
free
human
magic.
being.
yeah. Welcome to Radio Free Magic.
That's the one button that will never be on this
No,
table.
never an air horn.
That's the one button. You only need one button.
No.
It's that button. Oh wow, you guys have the 5 blah 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 blah. Have you already tried them? We're talking about
Yes, the commanders.
Yeah, the 5.
The four
commanders.
Yeah. I don't know. They played them on Saturday.
They played them Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay, right on.
I still
Right
haven't.
on.
I haven't seen them in action.
Right on. I've technically seen them in
Oh,
action.
you
I
hear
watched
that?
what's their names podcast, Command.
The Command Zone.
Yeah, the Command Zone. Welcome to the Command Zone.
Shut up,
Robot
phone.
voice. No, so I was gonna do this whole rant about how
Pauper sucks.
no. So I built this 8-whack tokens deck. It's really cool, and I upgraded it with some Blood Moons. So now Blood Moon is one of my best play sets, and I really wanted to get like, it hasn't been doing as good as it could. You know, it's just it's not my style. I want to get back into Prison, so I thought I have these 4 chalices, or so I thought. Like, I've been going through my room like crazy trying to find them, but I can't find them. And I recently had a break-in, and
I heard.
my modern deck was stolen.
Yeah.
My
The one that your 8-rack deck that got you one game away from basically being in the top 20 at GP Las Vegas for
Right.
Modern.
Right, that deck was I was very proud of that deck, and now it's gone. But it didn't have my playset of Chalice of the Voids in it.
Ooh.
And so it was stolen, and I swear to God, as soon as I realized that the deck was stolen, I went and checked for my chalices, and I found them in a pile, but I can't locate them right now, and it's really
weird.
annoying. It's really annoying.
Really weird.
So I don't know if I...
And you did the usual thing, right? Like, you looked on Craigslist, you went to your
Yeah.
LGSs, and...
Yeah, I looked on Craigslist LGS. The LGS was kind of weird about it. They were pretty
Ooh,
rude.
what up, Trap in training?
Yo.
Welcome.
Yeah, the LGS...
Eudaimonia.
yeah,
I love those
Eudaimonia.
guys. I go in there. They're like a minute walk from my office. So if I'm in my office and I'm feeling in the mood, I'll walk over there.
shit.
I'll say hi. You know, I talk to them about GPs and sets. And
I didn't know that your office is a minute
my-
away from Eudaimonia.
my office is on,
Why don't you come
Alston.
stop by my house all the time?
because I'm almost never in my office.
Yeah.
I'm one of the field engineers. So
Oh, I see. Well, anyways, yeah, they gave me some straight up practical coaching, which is basically like, yeah, even if they did buy all of those cards, you know, there's no way to prove that
Right.
they used to belong to me. There's nothing they can do. So yeah, of course they had all those cards in stock.
unless they had them sleeved, and you're like, look, the guy, were they sleeved? Were they the orange Dragon Shield mats that I had on them?
Yeah,
Were
yeah.
they double sleeved with
Yeah,
very,
I
very
went into the
specific
whole
information,
line.
right? Like, I mean,
I went into the whole line of thought, and they're like, we don't know. We'd have to like do work tracking down exactly what seller, you know, was, you know, what sorter actually bought all these cards, you know. Trinosphere.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We are MTG Lexicon.
What's up?
What up?
We are
What up,
here
Jeff?
for
What up,
your,
Trap and Training?
filthy, competitive Tuesday night content.
Jank, broken nonsense.
Oh, we should, maybe we should come up with like a competitive night. Like that could be
That's
cool.
what this is. This is the Tuesday night.
Yeah, but competitive Tuesday doesn't necessarily sound
And
good. But I like the idea of toss up Tuesdays.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is a good idea. Watch out for those function keys.
Nope, give it back.
Ayo, we got two of our mods in here, Jeff and
Savage beating.
Master Hunter. What up? Tuesday night jank night. Dude, Jeff, come on.
Yeah. Ooh, just like that.
Oh no, hold on. Is that Nick on MTG Lexicon?
Probably.
Probably.
It's not.
It's got to be. It's not me either.
Right?
Unless it's
Jeff.
actually me.
What if it's Jeff doing a like bipolar
Right.
like
Two of Jeff's personalities are
clashing on the stream?
right.
That's the thing.
Hey,
about,
Pat's Rick. What up?
about jank and being competitive. It's like okay, so this happens to me all the time. I was at a PPTQ the other day. I was playing standard and I got wrecked because I took out all of my nevers. They target planeswalkers, right, against mono red. You don't really expect that, and they have a Chandra in the sideboard sometimes. My opponent had 2 main deck Chandras and an additional 2 in the sideboard, boarded in the additional 2 against me while I board out Never, and I get wrecked by Chandras just with card advantage.
What up, Tyler Denham?
So sometimes the jank just wins because
It's jank.
it's jank. It's broken jank. Get wrecked. Sorry. Like Infect. That's what the whole Infect deck is. It's broken jank. I should just build that.
Do it.
Everyone just build
Why not?
mono green and Infect. Go win your
Oh,
go
God.
stomp your LGS.
No, thank you.
It works in every single like format. It's getting gangster in here right now.
All right. So we're gonna start off with some standard,
Standard.
like we did last time.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go poop and shower.
Thanks, Matt.
You're welcome.
You can do that in here,
No, I can't shower in here.
but you can poop in here.
I sure can poop in here.
What the audience doesn't know is that there's just like a stack of buckets just full of match shit in the corner.
Luckily, it's 600 APM. It doesn't do anything. I don't see the stream. It's almost over.
600, I think it's fine.
It is standard time. Standard. So yeah, I'm back with black-white servos. This time I have taken out Authority of the Consoles. There used to be 4 copies in my sideboard, and like I found out in that very same PTQ, 4 Authority of the Consoles does nothing against burn. You gain life and then they just take that life away again. They're like, you make them feel like God when you have multiple copies of your fucking sideboard card in to wreck them, and they wreck you anyways. So instead of doing that, let's play Kalidas, the Trader of Git. He's about to disappear. Harsh Scrutiny is a really good card against any creature-based strategy because it's basically a removal spell for 1 mana and scry. How do you like Fatal Push that kills any creature, even their big creatures, but you also get to scry? Wouldn't you rather play this on turn 1 and get the best creature in their hand than whatever weenie they stuck out into the battlefield, and then you get to scry and set up for later? It's great. It's great.
Oh, to answer your question, Master Hunter, I bought a box just so I could get a Sweltering Sun, and I didn't get a single Sweltering Sun. It was aggravating.
Lesson. This is a lesson for all you kids. Don't go
Chasing waterfalls, man.
Yeah, don't go chasing waterfalls. Looking for Sweltering Suns. Anyone see the McGregor and Mayweather fight? It was actually really good. It's a really good fight.
It was a shitty fight. It was garbage. It was like watching two little kids try and slapbox each other.
It was pretty funny
until someone's like, okay,
in
look,
certain ways.
Here's the brick. I'm just gonna finish this off while I have the chance.
Well, see, it wasn't even a contest, is the thing. Floyd Mayweather was just toying with his food. You know, he gave you 10 rounds. He could have ended it in the first round. Of course he could. But he's, 15 years older than Conor McGregor. He's 15 years older, and he doesn't want to get hurt anymore. I don't think Conor McGregor is like that. Like, he wants to get hurt. Like, in the post-fight interviews, he was just going like, oh, I'm so excited. That was such a good fight. Yeah, he got me. I mean, whatever. But yeah, he got me. I'm so excited. I'm like thinking to myself, this man is a Saiyan. Like, you just want to fight more. I don't think Floyd Mayweather wanted to fight more. I think he wanted $300 million. And so he was just like...
Well, you know that he was doing tax evasion, right?
He's doing tax evasion?
He owed the IRS 50 mil or something like that.
Jesus.
And he had the equity for... Well, he had the cash for like 20 or 30 or something like that. And then he had equity for the rest. And instead of losing the equity, the fight was the way to pay off the difference. Those are sources, unnamed sources from the interwebs. Don't quote me. Just telling you what I read.
The thing is, though, it was like sort of frustrating to see Floyd Mayweather take advantage of every little technical thing that he could.
Well, that's because it's a point game. That's why boxing sucks.
Yeah, well, I mean...
It used to be good when people fought. Now they play the point game. They'll
Right.
jab, jab, hug, pretend that he touched my balls.
You know what, I was thinking about this. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking about this last night. I was falling asleep. Like, if you're 50-0 and you have 0 knockdowns, you know, in your career, or I don't know how many he has, but it's very few. Like, how legit is that 50-0 then? Like, how much gaming goes on behind the scenes to ensure you get the victory?
I respect... Okay, let me start off by saying I respect McGregor as a technical fighter. He's a very good technical fighter, okay?
And
I do not...
And a brawler, but yeah.
I do not respect him as a fighter because so far... Now, mind you, I say technical fighter because of his skill, not because of who he fights. So far, I do not care for him as a fighter because so far he keeps fighting like has-beens or people that are falling off
You're right.
the top.
Like
and
Nate Diaz and whatnot.
right,
all
it's
these
like
people.
these people they pretty much stopped fighting. Someone comes along and they're like, okay, we'll give you $30 million to lose because we know you're going to lose. And they're like, oh, okay, no worries, fine, whatever. The one guy he lost to, he never refought. In fact, he went down a weight class so he could be bigger than the other kids just so he wouldn't lose again. If you look at his history, he used to be in a
really
higher weight
lightweight.
class. After he lost, he changed his weight class so he's the bigger kid on campus.
It's like
and he starves himself.
I could drop down to 130 and start shrekking people in the MMA pretty
Right?
easy. Like,
But
it's
that's
not that hard.
But that's what I'm saying. It's hard to respect someone who does that because they have a loss, opposed to just accepting their loss and moving on and becoming a better fighter. I say the same thing about what's her face. She went undefeated, took a belt, lost once, and then never went back.
Right. Ronda
Rousey.
Right.
If she would have bounced back, she would have been a better fighter for it. She would have been the king. When you get knocked off that throne of indestructible, you bounce back and you are a better fighter. If you get knocked off your throne and you don't make that comeback, you don't make that commitment, you're a shitty human being. And I don't mean that as like
judgment.
I don't mean that as like, you know, you don't take out your trash, you don't tip your waiters. I mean like as a fighter, you're a shitty human being because you've given up after that and you're just like, "Oh, I'm done. Like I proved my point." No, that's not what it is to have the heart of a fighter.
Yeah, there's some competitors in the history of things that have I need a little bit more shuffling. Hang on. Like what's his name? The chess grandmaster.
The little
Bobby, the American chess grandmaster. Like he was the unequivocal genius of his time. Like no one could beat him. But that being said, after he became world champion, he basically stopped competing. He refused to acknowledge that he could ever be beaten, which is just really poor sportsmanship.
But that's what I mean. That's what makes you a shitty human being. I don't mean like, you know, not tipping your waiter or kicking little kids or stealing their candy. I just mean like, you can call it a sport. You can call it sportsmanship. You can call it whatever you want. It's just being shitty human.
Before we look at our cards, let's roll some Desay. It's standard time and it's red-blue. Pump strategy versus white-black servos. This is some exciting stuff.
And you've actually changed your deck after the last time that we've played.
So have you, haven't you?
I've changed out a Thing in the Ice and the Storm.
I've only modified the sideboard. It's 8.
Okay.
The main deck is exactly the same.
I still don't have Sweltering Suns, so
Well, you won't be able to wipe off my servos then.
7.
And I'm going first.
I should have called Lowe's. I would have had a chance. Oof. Ugh. What the fuck?
Hey, I'll keep this hand.
Mulligan, what the hell is this? The hell is this?
That's no lands is what that is. Let's get the life totals all nice. As usual, I start at 25 because I earned it. That's just what I get. It's how we make the game fair. It's my handicap. I really suck.
Handicap.
I really suck, guys. I need an extra 5 life points. Otherwise, it won't be fair. Alright, I'm done with this bit.
Here you go.
UPS or FedEx? What do you guys use?
Neither. I don't know.
They want to know how to prepare for their mail? I don't really think that's brand specific. Like, this is a general topic. Like, how does one prepare for their mail?
I could
Make
show
sure that
you.
there's someone home all the time.
Okay. Are you gonna choose to go first?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's start.
I just want you to win already, so I can go first for once.
That's
Because whenever we roll the dice, I never win.
implement of improvement. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm pretty good at rolling dice. It's one of my special skills.
Highland Luckay.
I spent 8
Pass
years
turn.
in Tibet learning how to roll dice really good.
You see him just give it like a little blow.
Now it's my specialty. I'll play Metallic Mimic and name servos.
Dick.
Go ahead. Who's Jeff, aka Jeff? Is that
That's our Hefe.
is that
Pass turn.
John Alon Borriega Rousseau that I'm?
Hoi.
You should use your real name, John. That's not a fucking land. Shut up. I'm gonna sacrifice Implement of Improvement,
Aw.
gain 2 life, and draw a card. Actually, I'm gonna start doing this in correct order. We're gonna draw a card first and then gain 2 life. The reason being is the draw card trigger goes on the stack as soon as it hits the graveyard. That's exactly what I needed. Concealed Courtyard.
Nice.
I'm gonna go in for combat first. 2 damage.
Ouch. It's a dick move.
Second main phase. Cast Hidden Stockpile.
Censor.
That's good. I was gonna get a 2/2. All right, your turn. My Nama, Jeff. I mean, your grammar's a little bit off there. It's Maya Nama, Jeff. You gotta conjugate the my.
Pass turn.
Has anyone watched JoJo Asmir ASMR?
It does not ring any bells.
It's a YouTube channel. I'm gonna plug them right now. They're already famous, so I don't need to, but I'm gonna anyways. Combat in for 2.
1 blue. Gonna play Unsummon. Return target creature to its owner's hand.
Okay. Second main. We're gonna get out Filigree Familiar.
Oof.
Say go.
Censor.
You countered it?
Yep.
Oh, jeez. All right, go ahead. So yeah, JoJo ASMR. That stands for auto something.
Erectile dysfunction.
Autosensory
Wait, 1 sec.
meridian response.
Hey, what's up? I am streaming, so I know that's why I said I can't do it Tuesday. Ugh, damn it.
This
I thought I said
motherfucker
no.
over here. Can you believe this? Fuck ass.
Sorry.
JoJo's bizarre ass smear. I'm just gonna keep saying ass smear because it's that's what's stuck in my head.
Oh, I haven't.
ASMR.
Okay, let's reschedule. I haven't had a chance to touch them, but
autosomatic meridian response.
yeah, tomorrow's fine.
Let me see if I can trigger this for you. Just
Alright.
gotta
All right, bye.
relax.
Okay. What? I'm gonna put down Highland Lucky. I'm going to. No. I'll do this. I will pass turn.
What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Am I gonna do this? Am I gonna do that? I'm so mean.
Better watch out before you get censored over there, boy.
Implement of malice. Any response?
No.
I still have a mana floating. Implement of improvement. Your turn.
At the end of your turn, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna play Epiphany at the Drown Yard. Reveal the top X cards of your library plus 1 card. I'm sorry. Reveal the top X plus 1 cards of your libraries and separate them into 2 piles. Wow, I'm not doing good today. An opponent chooses one of those piles. Put that pile into your hand and the other pile into your graveyard. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 plus 1, 4.
Wait, so let me see the card. Are you seriously just factor fictioning right now? Reveal the top X plus 1.
I get to put it in my
2
hand. I don't get
piles.
to...
An opponent chooses one of those piles. See, that's really bad. I mean, it's good for standard, but it's no factor fiction. Here you go. The thing that was really good about factor fiction is that the opponent would choose the piles. The opponent would create the piles, and then you got to choose the pile. So it's like you always got exactly the card that you wanted. So I'm immediately gonna want to get rid of your Manticore.
Damn.
Because that can kill me and Censor can't. Why would I want you to have Censor? I mean, yeah, the other way around. It's your turn. Untap your shit.
Yep. Draw.
Yes, ass mirror. That's
Land for turn.
if you need a good look at your ass, just get that mirror. Ass mirror.
Cryptic Serpent.
Fuck you. In
Pass turn.
response, I'm going to crack Implement of Malice and draw. You discard.
I discard a card?
You have to discard a card.
Ooh. Okay.
And tap. Slap a Lando down do. Play Filigree Familiar.
Okay.
And it's your turn. I've been getting back into StarCraft, sorta, kinda.
StarCraft is great. The new 4K is amazing.
I mean, I'm not actually playing the remaster. It's sort of the impetus for me to think about StarCraft is the fact that the remaster is on everyone's mind. But I actually just kind of went ahead and jumped back into Legacy of the Void. I quit playing
Pour over the
StarCraft.
pages, draw 3 cards, untap 2 lands, then discard a card.
Hmm.
1, 2.
Yeah, I quit playing StarCraft
Tap
when
2.
Legacy of the Void came
1,
out because I was dissatisfied with
2.
how they increased the number
And
of starting
discard.
workers. Kind of felt like they took away a lot of the opportunity for cheesing, which I was fond of because I'm a troll.
I did not get what I wanted, which makes me sad. I'm going to swing at you for 6.
I also we had a standard version schedule.
Are you taking the 6?
No, I'm gonna block,
Oh, okay.
and I will draw a card.
Pass turn.
Your end step. Let's crack this. Draw a card. Gain 2. Draw another card. Look at how many cards I get to draw. Aren't I special?
I'm a little jealous.
I'm very special. That's why. Cast SRAM's Expertise. Create 3 1/1 servos.
Jump blocking piece of crap. I hate you.
Jump block. And then I get to cast a spell for free. I know this is out of order, but Metallic Mimic.
You have 1 open mana, don't
I
you?
have 2 open mana.
Ah,
Yatch!
Alright.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. That's exactly why I didn't play the Metallic Mimic first, by the way. Okay, go ahead. Go.
You're done?
Yeah. I'm
You're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
You've completed your turn?
That's what I did.
Play an island for the turn. Let's go balls out. Sorry. Sphinx of the Final Sphed.
Sphinx of this final spell.
Cannot be countered. Flying. Hexproof. Instants and sorceries you control cannot be countered by spells or abilities.
Whatever will I do?
I'm going to swing at you with a cryptic, venomous snake.
We're gonna chump.
You fucking chump.
My turn?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast SRAM's Expertise.
Dick.
And these ones all have +1/+1 counters. Lucky me. Go ahead.
I gotta do something about all these fucking tokens.
So I'm going
Let's-
wide. He's going tall.
I'm going to play Strategic Planning. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest in the graveyard. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, later, loser. I love you, Jeff.
Thank you for joining us, Jeff.
You have me
These 2
playing.
in my graveyard.
He's into cat girls.
Cat girls.
Neko, neko, meow.
Oh. Damn it. Okay. I'm gonna swing with Sphinx. Oh god, you got a bunch of shit over there, don't you?
That's flying.
You're just not fun at all, are you?
I am kind of like the fun police in Magic.
Swing with Serpent for 6.
A block.
Cycle sensor.
There you go. Get rid of that little thing. I just have to take my time. Take my time.
Pass turn.
Take my time.
You figure I'll just bird myself out?
Well, here's a terrarium. I'm gonna cast Battle at the Bridge, where X equals 5, targeting the serpent. It is a 6/5, right?
Correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. Insidious Will. Choose one. Counter target spell. You may choose a new target for target spell. Copy target instant spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. I'm actually going to change targets.
Oh.
Target your +1/+1 dude over there.
Alright. Cool. It's gone. That's annoying. Yep, I'm still going to gain 5 life. And then I'll pass.
What's up, Tyler? What am I going to guess? Okay, so I'm going to...
Yeah, what?
1, 2, 3, Enigma Drake. 1, 2, Serpent. 1, 2, Thing in the Ice. So let's count this out to make sure everything's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Enigma Drake is an 11/4.
Jesus.
And I'm going to swing at you for 11. 5 in the air, 6 on the ground.
Guess I'll block. Go to 24.
Pass turn.
This is looking pretty bad. Let's see if we can't dig for an answer here. I'm going to add white, black to my mana pool and draw a card. That's not a good answer. I think he's got me, ladies and gentlemen. I'll concede game 1.
Oh, come on, dude. Well, at least I drew instants this time.
Don't come on me, you won. He just wanted to win more. He wanted to enjoy his victory. He's like, I got my cake, now I want to eat it.
Well, that's...
Motherfuckers, sit there and watch me eat
Even
my
if
cake.
you... I was waiting for you to bring out your flyer, because then I couldn't do anything with this guy, but I'd all-out swing, except for with the Enigma Drake, and then I'd do this.
Which is... Ah, yes, that would be painful. I'm glad that didn't happen. Well, he really doesn't have that many answers.
You mean like spot removal?
Yeah, spot removal.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm really lacking in here.
I think that my removal package against him specifically... Again, this is kind of like a repeat of what happened in the last match. I wanted to change out the fatal pushes because he really doesn't have that much that I can target.
It's all good. Once I get that Sweltering Suns,
And 2 battling bridges is a little bit gratuitous also.
your token deck is over.
Is that what you say? I probably won't have a token deck by that point. I'm been sort of disappointed with this deck's performance, to be honest with you. I just it's just slow and dirtily. I mean, it gets lots of card advantage, but then loses anyways. Because I mean, you can draw lots of cards. I mean, if all you're doing is drawing cards, that's cool. But your cards actually have to do things that are relevant. A lot of people get caught up in this game of drawing cards and drawing cards and drawing cards.
Fun game though.
They're not drawing. Yeah, they're having fun. Drawing cards is fun, but they're not actually winning. They're just drawing.
You don't know that.
You know what? MTG Lexicon. My Pauper deck is currently in construction because it got brutally savaged recently at a tournament at Udo Games.
Menudo Games.
Yeah, it was a snow version of Mono Black Control with Rhinebound Dead because it's cool. It has regeneration and it's a 1/1 for 1. But it's okay. I got modern.
You've always got modern.
Okay, so we're gonna go to round 2. I get to go first.
Which is stupid. I hate you. You should have won so I could go first this time.
Let's see if I can
That's
pull it back.
Only my ever dream is to go first.
Let's see if I can pull it back. Well, he must be. I mean, he's not up on his... Oh, really?
He's still at the office.
It's a nice office where you get to fucking watch a stream. I got written up the other day and had to come in for an unpaid spanking because the district superintendent for my route, I work for Amtrak, and long story short, put it in layman's terms, I was on a train that had just gotten through its major passenger dump and we're rolling into the final stop of the train. We're rolling into San Jose and everyone is gathered by the exits waiting to depart the train, and I have locked up all of the cabinets. I'm ready to get off and go to a hotel, and so I put my head down on the table with my sweater there. I'm just waiting for the train to be stopped, and the district superintendent for fucking Capital Corridor happens to be on the train that day, and he walks up to spy on me, and he's like, I see your as soon as he walks around the corner, I immediately lift my head up and I'm like, what's going on? And I'm like, oh shit, as soon as I see this guy, I'm just fuck, and he's like, I see you were sleeping there, and I'm like, fuck all.
Did you tell him it's hard for me to sleep if I saw you coming?
You know, yeah, right. It's like,
that's what I would have said.
Wake up and sleep. Well, okay, and I explained this to my boss and everything. And you know, in my defense, I get to Sacramento that day. I mean, the previous night at fucking 12:30 in the evening. Then I had to wait on the platform for another train that was late because I was delivering food to this guy. Then I had to go to the station to turn in the money for the day. And then I get to go to my hotel where I have to be up again at 4:30 in the morning. So in between 12:30 and 4:30, I'm supposed to do 2 chores for work that I'm not getting paid for, and then go to sleep, you know, and be ready to work again, clean uniform and everything, unlock the cafe at 4:30 the next day. It's bullshit. And then I'm just like putting my head down for a minute. Anyways, they wrote me up. They got me. It's politics. We gotta cater to these assholes. When I say we gotta cater to these assholes, I mean that Amtrak has to cater to the people who subsidize us. Which means that when the district superintendent catches an employee doing something not supposed to be doing, the manager's gotta
take
respond.
action. Yeah. If I was your manager, I would say yes, I'll write him up, and then just not do anything.
Well, yeah, that's what I would do too, but my managers are also assholes.
Oh.
Go ahead. I'll start it off with a Terrarian.
I'm gonna start off with a Mountinian. Pass turn.
Yeah, I work for a super draconian business. They run the railroad like it's the military. They really do. Concealed Courtyard number 2. Let's get out Implement of Malice. Go ahead. I'd really like to somehow put together an income based off of Magic the Gathering and art sales.
Pass turn.
Have a slightly different vocation. I'm working towards it. Concealed Courtyard number 3. If I draw the 4th one, I'll be sad.
I will be too. Oh, wonder what's wrong with your deck.
Are there 8 Concealed Courtyards in there? This is Implement of Malice number 2. Sack the first one, draw, you discard. you discard.
Oh, sorry.
Alright. Go ahead.
Highland.
My hand is weird right now.
Pass turn.
I got these artifacts I don't want to get rid of because I want to play this other thing, but then I should get rid of it. Let's play Terrarian tapped. Sack this. I'm gonna draw you discard. I'm gonna be super aware of the fact that sensor exists. Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna run to the restroom.
I'll wait till you get back. All right. So while he goes to use the restroom, let's go over our game so far. Paxton is playing artifacts in the beginning because he knows I'm not going to counter that bullshit, which is a good play. What he doesn't know is that it's a good play. And I don't have anything. What am I going to do? All right, ready?
Yes.
I threw down my land for the turn, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Strategic Planning. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them in your hand, and put the rest into your graveyard. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
I should not be drinking while I'm under the weather. But Torpedo's so good it was just sitting there.
Pass turn.
Let's get out a land. Use it to make another Terrarian.
Jesus.
I got all the Terrarians. Metallic Mimic, and I'm gonna name demons.
Can I see that?
Yeah.
Oh, you control. Womp womp.
Pass the turn. Pirate and Dinosaur Tribal.
Yeah, the whole dinosaur thing coming out just makes me laugh.
I really hope that they actually make some really powerful green dinosaurs, because I was kind of thinking about it. Why does green have the worst creatures in Magic?
Pour over the pages. Draw 3 cards. Untap 2 lands. Discard a card. Start by 1, 2, 3.
There's really no creature in green that can hold a candle to like the things like Thunderbreak Region and Consecrated Sphinx, and like green has the most efficient creatures in terms of like power toughness, with Verdant Gearhulk and Terra Stomper, right?
Discarding a card.
But
tapping 2.
value comes through utility, and often just being big doesn't have a lot of utility.
Thing in the mice.
Mice in the dice.
Pass turn.
Primeval Titan's a pretty damn good creature.
Primeval Titan's pretty good.
I mean, it has utility.
Green had its golden age. That was the age of the elves and the squirrels. So, Torment.
Yeah, Odyssey block. Yeah, well, there's some actually good green cards like Wild Mongrel from there. Shit will fuck you up. Servo Exhibition. Make 2 servos.
I'm tapped out.
You're tapped out.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like I'm gonna lose a life to do this because I'm stupid.
You lost 5.
Oops.
There you go.
I'm gonna cast Herald of Anguish. Comes into play with a counter.
Mm-hmm.
Attack you for 2.
Son of a bitch. Take it. Oh, no, I'll block. What am I doing? I'll block that too. I forgot I put Thing in the Eyes down.
Let's see if I can capitalize on the simplest of mistakes.
All right.
He blocks. Okay, we're going to go to end step. I want you to discard from Herald of Anguish trigger.
What?
Yeah, discard from Herald of Anguish trigger.
Ooh. Woof. Enigma Drake.
Go ahead.
Draw for turn.
Thragtusk is pretty good, but I mean, it's not... It's not as good as, like... What's another 5 mana creature, right? 5 mana creatures? Again, perfect example. Thunderbreak Regent, Stormbreath Dragon, Baneslayer Angel. Why does white and green have better creatures? I mean, white and red got better creatures at that CMC than green.
Can I see your demon? Demon.
No, you can't. I'm gonna dare you to make me say that number. The dare's on. You're being challenged. So just try and make me say that number. If you can, I will. I'll admit that you're better than me. That's a big one for me. I'm a very arrogant person. I can do math in my head. Yeah, I'm really good at math. Wink. What's 2 plus 2? 4. Oh yeah, baby. You're gonna have to be really creative with this. You're gonna have to like use some kind of riddle. Like how many teenagers got consumed by the It monster?
Cryptic.
8. The answer is 8. 4 plus 4
Serpent.
is 8.
Pass turn.
Cryptic Serpent. Cards in hand?
3.
I'm gonna cast Herald of Anguish number 2. Oh yeah, baby. Comes into play with a counter. Okay. Let's see what we're gonna do about this. I guess we're not gonna do anything too bad. Sacrifice Terrarium, draw a card, give Thing in the Ice -2/-2 until end of turn. And then I'm gonna repeat this process. I will play land for turn. Or I guess I won't. Wait, yes I will. I'm gonna attack you for 6 in the air.
Oof. Woof. Take it.
I'm gonna go to end step. And you're gonna get 2 triggers, so you have to discard 2 cards. I think I got you dead on board next turn.
Think so. Done?
Yeah.
Rise from the Tides.
Ooh, zombie time. How many zombies?
Just 3. Yep. This has been a really terrible game for me. 4 instants and sorceries.
You need more. I told you last time.
There's 23 in here. How could I possibly need more? Swinging in for 6.
Actually, that is a lot. 23.
Yep.
6 damage, I take it.
Damn. Pass turn.
Untap. Draw. Land. Activate. Sheffet Dunes. Sacrificing Grasping Dunes. Give all my creatures +1/+1. Combat. You're dead.
Nice. Nope. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4 lands in a row before I saw my first instant, and then
23 is a lot.
It is.
Maybe you could go up to 25.
no, it's my curse, dude. I can't do anything about it.
Well, it's the same kind of curse that Delver decks get, don't they? It's like you're building.
If this is a Delver deck,
that
I have plenty to delve.
Well, I mean, Delver of Secrets. You're trying to get a critical mass of instants and sorceries in your deck so that when Delver triggers, you can flip them, right? But will he flip? Won't he flip?
There are 60 cards in my deck. Why do you keep asking me that?
8 plus 8 is 16. I'm sorry. I was a little bit focused. Okay, game 3. You're playing first this time, baby.
Finally. That's the only good part out of this.
You win. How do you win?
Does this look like 100 cards?
I was supposed to say a number that was one more than 16 and one less than 18.
95.
I'm not about to admit that you're better than me yet. This is like, what's his name? Mr. Pixel Slickskin from Superman? Whatever. I'm
The
quotable
floor.
now. We love you, Nick. Drive safe.
Floor Baba is the name of the artist. All right, Nick, drive safe, please, if you can. Get home safe. Just
What's
make sure it's
59?
not they're talking about my deck.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I counted it twice. Because the first time Nick asked, I got a little defensive about it, so I went back and counted it.
Everyone makes mistakes, Brandon.
Oh my
You
God.
don't have to hold yourself to a standard of perfection.
Isn't that the point of standard?
Ooh. Yeah, maybe. Be perfect or die. Play red. Play mono red.
Oh, I am building another standard deck, though. I was just actually telling Nick that what I'm doing now is I'm... it's 60 cards. What I'm going to build next is a red-black... energy deck.
Energy. Cool. Kaladesh is a great set. I'll keep.
The fuck is this?
This is a pretty bad hand, actually, but I'm going to keep.
6 lands.
Haha. Haha. I just laugh at people.
For fun.
Yeah. I feed off of their fury at being patronized. It makes me stronger. I absorb it. If you could visualize the fury coming off of Brandon, you'd see it being siphoned slowly in through my nostril holes. Like, just like some horrible living black hole, man. I'm going to shuffle for you.
Oh, thank you.
I don't think I'll bother with standard until Ixalan. It's really fun right now.
Well,
to be
because
honest.
they're going to rotate out of the next block.
Well, yeah, I mean, do what I did. Just build a standard deck without using any of the old cards.
Or you could do what I did and build a less than $50 standard deck and then just go from there.
Yeah. Yeah. Just start off budget. You don't need to get lots of planeswalkers to be successful in standard.
All right. I will keep this. I'm going to fade to the cards, people. Highland Lakake. Pass turn.
Highlands Lakake.
Yeah.
Highlands Lakake. Spire of Industry. We're so industrious. Implement of improvement. Go ahead.
Strategic planning. 1, 2, 3. Ouch.
Am I too quiet?
Well, you don't talk into the mic all the time.
Am I supposed to talk into the top of it?
No, it's just
Or
the
the
side.
side?
The side
Is
is
it the
fine.
side?
There you go.
I feel like I'm always talking into the mic, to be honest. I got it like shoved way up in my face. I just have a very breathy voice.
Pass turn. I don't think you're breathy at all.
could talk more breathier. It would just be a little annoying for you guys to listen to. Okay. Implement of improvement. Pass.
Mountainian. I'm
You
gonna
made us
play
both laugh.
Tormenting Vogoise.
That there's no G in voice.
You sure?
Yes.
Could be silent. I'm gonna get rid of Epiphany down yard. Draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Pass turn.
I won't shout into the mic, don't worry. He said pass, and I didn't do my thing because I'm an idiot.
You dumbass.
I was busy reading you guys. I love you.
Don't blame them. It's not about them. It's about us.
Yeah, whatever.
I didn't do it for you. I did it for us.
I'll gain 2. Whoops, not 10. 2. Gain 2. Draw.
That doesn't come in the battlefield tapped?
No, that's you're thinking of Terrarian. And even if it did, it doesn't
No,
have to tap.
I meant the land.
This? Oh no, this is Chef at Dunes. It comes into play untapped.
Nice.
Oh, I guess I had to pay a life to add a white mana though. So,
You
Okay.
son of a bitch.
let's
Cheating bastard.
crack that. Now I have a real life total. Okay, I think that was my life total. All right, go ahead. Highland Bukake. All I
Island for
do
turn.
is skeet, 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 no matter what.
Thing with the mice.
Got buried girls on my mind. I can never get enough.
Pass turn.
'Cause when they tried to do some shoplifting, they got buried in the ground, and I wanted to come on their head.
You know, some people call that a problem.
Those are the wrong kinds of people. You shouldn't associate with those kinds of people.
Right.
Ah, fuck me. Okay. Let's play Hidden Stockpile.
Negate.
Servo Exhibition.
Oh, I should have fucking waited.
Actually, no. Hidden Stockpile is definitely the one you want to counter.
I'm gonna put down Highland Lake. Ugh. I'm gonna cycle sensor.
Wait, why does that move down?
From the negate.
Oh.
Sorry.
Missed triggers.
Go.
He's got 1 mana open.
Two. 3, actually. Got 3 mana open.
It's more than me, baby.
Baby.
Let's play Filigree Familiar. Go up some life and attack you for 2.
I will block one of them.
Take 1.
Wow, you need to
Go
take
ahead.
it easy on that.
Yeah, I'd just
5
keep,
at a time.
I keep hitting the 5.
Let's put down an Island. Then I'm going to 1, 2 strategic planning. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Brandon's all over the place. Missing triggers. Misrepresenting the board state.
Drawing for yeah. No, I'm not doing good. Mentally, I'm collapsing. All right, pass turn.
He's just wigging out. What are we gonna do about this fucking thing in the ice, guys?
Kill it. Do it.
Do it. Kill it now.
Wow.
Cards in hand.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open mana.
4 cards in hand. It would be stupid to play things that he could just counter. So he could flip his thing in the ice. Here's Filigree Familiar. No response. Attack you for 4 damage.
I'll block the 2.
Okay. Take 2. And I will pass the turn.
Island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sphinx of the Final Zved.
Cool.
Sfang. Hexroof.
Hexroof.
And
Anything else?
pass turn and tapped out.
Boring.
Dick.
You're tapped out?
Yes, I am tapped out.
Steak. Steak. I'm gonna tap out.
I'm trying to gain life off this thing in the ice.
I'm gonna battle at the bridge, the thing in the ice.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
So we're gonna gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 life. Boom, 36. Deal with it. Go ahead.
Shit's getting my blood pressure up. I love it. Sphinx of the Final Zved.
He's got 2 of them. We're screwed.
5 in the air.
31.
Pass turn.
I can't even target them. Oh no. Exactly. Whatever will I do? Couldn't you just give me something cool, Yugi, for the killing sphinxes? I could use the time wizard.
Don't make me reveal my trap card. I'm going to put it down right now.
I'll
Right there.
just use the time wizard and then they'll rot away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's true. If there are 2 of them, which one would have the final word? That's a conundrum.
Jeez. Okay, I'm gonna play Herald of Anguish. We're gonna go to end step, discard trigger.
Done?
Yes.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Ooh, you're gonna like this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Vizier of Many Faces, copying Sphinx of the Final Word. Enigma Drake. He is currently a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4. I'm going to swing at you for 10 in the air.
I'll block one of them.
Okay. With?
Herald of Anguish.
Okay.
Take 5.
Pass turn.
He's got a Visor.
Add 6 to your life and then subtract it by 20.
I'm gonna cast Never, targeting an Enigma Drake. Destroy target creature or planeswalker.
Dick. Just because you're jealous.
I will cast Return. Wait, no. I'm gonna power up my ground army. I have to. I'm gonna crack Terrarium using Grasping Dunes and Spire of Industry. Add 2 white mana to my mana pool, draw a card. Activate Sheffet Dunes. Sacrifice Grasping Dunes. Give creatures +1/+1. Attack you.
Until end of turn?
Yeah. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I'll block one of the 3/3s.
Okay, so damage, you're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Ooh.
Filigree Familiar dies. I draw. It's your turn. It's a race.
It is indeed a race.
What's 6 times
Skyline
9?
Cascade. When Skyline Cascade enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters the battlefield, target creature an opponent controls does not untap during the controller's next untap step. Familiar.
So the familiar does not untap.
During your next untap step.
During
correct.
my next untap step. It doesn't untap.
Swinging in for 10.
I will do no blockers. I'm at 16.
Pass turn.
Okay.
This will be a close game.
Yeah, we're gonna see who gets it this time. Oh shit! It's all
31
lands.
plus 6 minus 20. That's 11.
Oh, yeah, so filigree familiar didn't tap.
Right? Oh, no, maybe not. That's 17.
Sacrifice a desert. Give all creatures +1/+1. Attack you for 4.
Ugh. Can't do anything.
Take 4.
Ooh, this is getting close.
Your turn.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh no.
I'm gonna play Rise from the Tides.
That's probably GG.
1, 2,
right
3,
there.
4, 5, 6. I'm gonna make 6 zombie tokens. Swinging for 10.
Take it. I'm at 6. I'm good at this.
Pass turn.
I think Brandon's got me, guys, in a best of 3. Yep, I draw another land. 3 lands.
Ooh, brutal.
You have claimed victory.
I would have taken you out.
Oh, you drew that?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you could just sack a dude and basically it's like fling. All right. Well, that was standard. Get my shit kicked. See how bad Servos is? It's not that good. I mean, it looks like it's good, but it's not.
Well, those dunes really fucking kick it up a notch, though.
They-
When
I
you're starting to
mean-
do like double damage.
Yeah, but I mean, this is still a meta where red exists. People do have Sweltering Suns and Hour of Devastation, and
I don't have a Sweltering Suns.
They can really just wipe your board and. Yeah, don't build servos right now, guys. Hidden Stockpile. I haven't been able to crack it. If you can crack it, go for it. I've tried really hard.
Sorry, I didn't realize the mathematical answer was for Paxtonius.
Shall we move on to Modern then?
Indeed. So this is Nick's Modern deck that
Oh my gosh, it's really hot in here too.
the
Isn't it,
AC just kicked on.
Okay, thank God.
So yeah, I'm gonna be playing with Nick's Modern deck. The Modern deck that I'm making, I gotta order cards for, so I'm gonna do that probably tomorrow.
What's 6 plus 2 plus 10 minus 1? You just carry the 5 and it's 7 to lean. Is that a number? 7 to lean?
To lean.
Oh gosh, that's not a number. I'm sorry. 7 to lean. Whoops.
Okay, so just so you know, I've never played this Modern deck. I have no idea what the fuck it does.
I will tell you what it does. You got these noble hierarchs, and you get exalted triggers, and you can play Door in the Siege Tower, and then start killing me with 0/4s.
What? Really?
Yeah, so Door in the Siege Tower says creatures assign combat damage using their toughness rather than their power. It's
Oh, right.
the 0/5. And then you got stuff in there like, Jesus, what's it called?
Tessiger.
You got stuff in there with high toughness.
Man, there's some Japanese cards in here. I can't read this shit. And there's... the fuck? It's in German.
Why don't you just get better at knowing what magic cards do, Brandon? Is this your first time playing Modern?
No. A lot of fatal pushes in here.
Yeah, it's Modern. Look at those Tarmogoyfs and Siege Rhinos.
It's very shiny. He's got a bunch of Dorians in here. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's Doran the Siege Tower. It's dot deck. Beat with the butts. Beat with the butts. Beat, 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 beat with the butts. Meanwhile...
This is very
So, yeah, what's that creature, the artifact in there? The 0/4. I think that's the coolest card. Because Doran the Siege Tower essentially turns into a 4/4. It's like really good.
Is this 60 cards or is a sideboard in here?
You tell me, buddy.
I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, look, a divider. Wow, a divider. Let's see how many cards this is. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So I'm playing with a tokens deck.
This must be this side.
It's a really jank version of 8-Whack. Do you guys remember when Saffron Olive got on his website, MTG Goldfish, and did turn 2 tokens? Well, this is pretty much an optimized version of that list. I took out all of the rituals, and including the Simian Spirit Guides, and replaced them with practical damage, like devastating summons for when you're going to 8-Whack at people, and Goblin Grenade, because it's just more damage. You don't need to make mana, you just need to do damage. And I also put Signal Pests in main deck, because that's basically another Bushwhacker effect. You want to pump up all your tokens and get in there for damage. Makes Ornithopters more relevant. And then I have Pact of Titans. It's like a super all-in red deck, because you got things like Pact of Titan and Devastating Summons. How much is Bomat Courier? I don't know. How are you typing at us without access to the internet? Come on, Tyler.
You could also press exclamation mark and then the card name, and then MTG Bot should find it for you.
Well, it'll find the card. He's asking about what the price of it is.
Oh, I personally use MTG stocks. They're pretty good about that stuff.
It's probably, I mean, you could cross, it's a good idea. Like, a lot of people look at like the trader websites, and they're not wrong, but where do you buy your cards? That's like where you should look. Like, how are you going to get these? I mean, are you trading for your cards? Probably not. Not many people are going to spend the time to trade. Time is money, right? So where are you going to buy your cards? That's how much they're worth. Look it up there. For me, it's Channel Fireball, because I live in California, right? I live in the Bay Area. Channel Fireball, they're right down there in San Jose. You get your cards in like one day. They put on a truck. It goes like an hour up north. I don't want to drive down there and get it. Fuck that. $1.86? That's really good. Yeah, get your good red cards. Fucking red is rocking right now. Rocking,
red's alright.
standard.
You know what's better than red? Black.
No. Not in standard right now.
Oh no, I mean in personal preference.
Personal preference. Well,
I prefer black and white cards over any other.
Saying one thing is better than another thing as a personal preference is sort of
a loaded question.
Yeah, well, it's not even a question. It's a loaded statement. It's a very loaded statement. That's like saying blue is the best color. It's my favorite color.
It is the best color.
Dabba dee dabba die.
If you want to lose.
Choose blue to lose. It's too many U's. You should go to Uranus. Live with all your you people.
You people.
You people? What do you mean you people? Okay, so I have a story. This is really funny. Okay, so I am 18 years old, and I am like the first 2 months at my dormitory in Piedmont, Oakland.
Well, that's not Oakland.
Well, technically.
It's Piedmont.
Well, technically. It's technically Rockridge, actually. Let's say Rockridge. I was at Rockridge attending the California College of the Arts, very liberal arts college after just departing from Walnut Creek, which is a very conservative neighborhood. Now, keep in mind, I am the farthest thing from conservative, but it rubbed off on me. And so as a naive 18-year-old, I got myself in some heat. And one of the best times I ever got myself in some heat is when I was having a conversation where I was talking directly out of my ass about how hip-hop isn't a culture. That was what I was trying to claim, is that hip-hop is not a culture. compared to something like China. Of course, this is my 18-year-old brain. Like the people in China have a culture that has been established for thousands of years. You know, it's been built upon, and then hip hop is like a genre of music. How can it be a culture? Okay, that's fine. But you can't really say that hip hop isn't a culture, especially when you're in a room full of black art school kids. You can't say that because
They'll
you
try
just,
and
So, but being a stubborn, logical little asshat that I was arguing and people were coming back at me with not the best arguments. You know, they were right, but not very smart. I'm gonna mulligan. So I was actually had my back to the whole crowd that was conversing with me this time because I was working like not a lazy. And so eventually I get really fed up with their arguments, and I'm just like, what is wrong with you people? And, you know, I hear the very cliche, you people. And I turn around and it's literally every black person in the entire dorm is sitting right behind me, trying to convince me that hip hop is a culture. Good job. They won. They convinced me.
For the lack of using your legs, right?
Well, what do you mean?
As in they would cripple you.
Cripple me?
Mm-hmm.
No, they wouldn't. They're art school kids.
Oh, well then they'd stab you with pencils to
Unless they're like Antifa art school kids and they're going to put on black masks and storm my rally.
People just making up new words for shit that's been around since like the 90s.
So here's the thing. Okay. So everyone is like, okay, I could not get it away from myself.
Lows.
I was just trying to
lows.
So I'm on my cell phone. I'm trying to read
4.
the news, and it's Antifa Berkeley protests. Antifa, and I'm just like, I'm not interested in Berkeley. Show me other news. I got a 10. It's continuous, like endless talking about the riots in Berkeley. And at this point, I'm like convinced that these people wearing black masks and running up into the
Zerzates Heide.
running into the
Land.
Berkeley. I'm like convinced that they're
Behazel.
hired by the FBI.
1. Lupen Kappen Skypen.
Let me
Opferen
see what the fucking
die
let me see it.
Zergen
Nice.
Hyde.
Okay, so this is a this is windswept teeth. Do you know what windswept teeth
Yes,
is?
I know what it does. Just kidding. Fucking you know who shit.
He has a very important question. What do you guys like on your ice cream? I like 7-Teline on my ice cream. It's my favorite flavor, and not a number. 7-Teline. I put it all over my
I'm gonna
ice
pay
cream.
2 life. And I'm gonna do birds. Pass turn. While I shuffle.
Okay, birds. Draw. Land. Bolt bird.
Nice.
Go.
Shuffle this. I feel like I'm gonna be doing a lot of this shuffling.
Yeah, welcome to Shuffling.Magic, the game.
Yeah, I never had to do that much though.
Welcome to real lands in Magic.
They're not even gonna be real.
The lands that get you other lands. Because it's a game of averages, and Magic players don't like that too much. We want consistency.
What's an average? I'm gonna put this into play. I'm gonna take 2.
That's my favorite phrase in Magic the Gathering, is it's a game of averages.
Something Pride Mage.
It keeps me in check.
Pass turn.
Like when I'm winning too much, it makes me think, it's just averages. And also when you're losing a lot. Quasley Pride Mage, oh no.
Yeah.
Start coming in at you. Ornithopter, Memnite. Cast Goblin Bushwhacker kicked when it enters the battlefield. If it was kicked, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste. Your Quasley Pride Mage says pay mana to sacrifice it and destroy target artifact or enchantment. It's not relevant right now. I'm attacking you for 5.
Ouch. Take 5.
You're not at 15.
Yep. I was.
You were at 15?
Yep.
How did you get to 15?
Taking all this damage from this stupid fucking
Okay,
lands.
can you count? Can you count for me? How much damage did you take from your
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How did you get... Oh, a second land. Wow. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. That was very rude. Go ahead.
You rude boy.
I'm a rude person. I'm like, can you count?
This deck blows.
That's what Nick thinks.
I
Thanks.
kind of want to just change this out for my standard deck and see if I do any better. Oh boy. I'm gonna die.
Why didn't you block?
To what end?
Living?
You're doing 2 damage with each of them.
You see mono, you see mountain, goblin, bushwhacker, and you don't block.
He's got +1/+1. He's a 2/2.
So
He's a 2.
all right. We're gonna teach you how to play Magic the hard way. Go ahead.
You mean with a
Go
better
ahead.
deck?
Keep playing.
Well,
You're gonna win. You're just complaining.
I'm not gonna win.
Yes, you are. You're gonna
Yeah,
win.
because now I'm gonna lose a life. Search for a land. I feel like this deck is nothing.
You should be
but
doing that at the end step so that you don't have to pay so much life for mana.
It wouldn't make a difference. I'm still paying 1.
Yeah, that one. But I mean, you could do it at end step and it would come into play tapped.
But this one doesn't say it comes into play tapped.
Oh, it doesn't. I mean,
It's in German, so
you're looking for like a forest or a swamp, right?
I just pulled the swamp.
Okay. Well, that's not going to be that much life then. So you're at 9.
Yeah.
Shoop shop. Ship shoop.
Hong Jing Kang Jai. No, I don't know what that says.
It's a bird of paradise. All right.
I don't think so.
Are you
It
gonna
could
attack?
say
Are you going to
it's
attack?
a chicken of paradise. Pass turn.
Okay, you're not going to attack. You're not going to block. You're
Nope.
just
just
chilling
gonna
with your
fucking-
Quasley Pride mate.
Fucking waste away with this piece of shit.
Just chilling with that Quasley Pride mate. Just chilling. This isn't the best play ever. I'm gonna Goblin Grenade my Bushwhacker at you. Deals 5 damage. You're at 4. I'm gonna Surge, Reckless Bushwhacker. So my creatures get +1/+0 again. I'm gonna attack you.
Fatal push on the bushwhacker.
So in comes 3.
Wait, does he cost 3 or 2?
2.
Okay.
His surge cost is 2. So the way that works.
Oh, what's the CMC then?
3.
Nope. Can't kill it.
Can't.
Useless fatal push.
It's another reason you want to save that crack land.
Why?
Because if you had not cracked until my turn, you could have gotten your swamp and then killed the bushwhacker.
It wouldn't have made a difference.
So what if it triggers revolt?
Is it any less than 3?
When the revolt trigger on fatal push reads, if a permanent you could own left the battlefield this turn, then it can hit something that with CMC 4 or less. So all of a sudden,
I don't care. This deck sucks.
okay.
I'm dead.
Well, you could have blocked.
No, not worth it.
All
It's
right.
90% of my health trying to fucking get mana. Stupid.
All right. Let's go to game 2. This is also how you win tournaments, by discouraging people. They show up and they think, oh, my deck sucks. I'm just going to quit.
Well, it's not my deck, so I don't care.
A lot of people show up with other people's decks. And they're like, it's not my deck. I don't care. I don't care about this tournament. I'm not invested. All right, I'm going to just go to game 2 where I get my blood moons out. Things get harder.
Oh my god, what happened? Did the AC just explode?
I exploded your AC. I should stop being so mean. Thank you. Thank you for that fan power. Sideboard time, it's time for a sideboard. Yeah, I can sing. You didn't know that, but now you do.
I'm not salty, I just do not have an interest in this deck so far.
It's a really good deck. It actually stomps. It just has really difficult sequencing. That takes a lot of practice to get used to.
I know what's gonna happen. Nick's gonna watch this and he's gonna say, "Why didn't you grab a basic land?" And I'm gonna say,
Probably.
"Well, because I thought I needed multi-lands, which is why you built this deck that way, and I didn't think it was gonna kill me." Then, of course, I don't know what the hell this deck does, so don't care.
So when you're playing an aggro deck like Infect or like I've been seeing Merfolk decks run playsets of Blood Moon because it's like they got tons of islands and then just like Blood Moons. Like you know, a couple mountains to just Blood Moon the fuck out of people. It doesn't stop them. But when they board out, what do you board out? It's like you're never gonna want to take out a whole playset of something because you got to keep your averages intact, right? Let's like you can't just board out all 4 ether vials and board in Blood Moons. It's not very good. So yeah, you're trying to keep that your chance of drawing certain cards intact. Except now there's Blood Moons, so don't board out whole playsets. Just like find the least relevant playsets and take out 1 or 2 cards from each of those playsets.
At least I get to go first.
Yes, you do. And you got another 2 matches.
Wait, so what all did you bring?
Just these 2 decks.
Gotcha.
And probably for the best because being a little bit under the weather and I can't stay here too super long.
Well, if this next game goes your way, you'll win the 2 out of 3, and if you want, we can move to those.
Actually, after Modern, I might actually take off. Let's give Modern its time in the sun in the spotlight.
All right, sounds good.
And then I will take off. Commanders 2017. I want to be interested in you, but I
Not
really
that
do.
interested.
I really do. It's just not worth my money to buy. I have 5 monocolor decks, and there's like for me in particular, it's worth my money to just get the singles, unlike it was for the last year's commander decks, where you're getting like partner commanders, and just like a lot of really good singles are available. I don't know. It's
Well, the price difference, if that's what you care about, on these, retail is $139 or $120, whatever. The actual value out of the set is closer to like $200-300.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely get your value. But I don't know. I'm just like, I don't want to build any of those decks in particular. Okay, I'm keeping.
All right, I'll keep. I will start off by throwing down a P-Lanes pass turn.
Let's draw. Mountain. This is an interesting situation. It's a very interesting situation. I will pass. I got a lot of ammo, but it all kind of wants a gun.
Verdant Catacombs. Crack it. Pay 1 life. Pull a green. A greeny thingy. Ooze. Exile target card from my graveyard. If it was a creature card, put a +1/+1 counter on Ooze and you gain 1 life. Pass turn.
So I'm noticing... I'm going to wait for your mana. He's getting a forest. Okay, so... that tells me right away he has no discard in his hand. Especially since he hasn't cast any discard already. So we're going to move... draw. Land. Interesting, interesting.
What? How did you do that?
Draw to land, draw to land.
Ugh, how dare you cut that one-handed.
I think we just got to start swinging at you. I'll play Goblin Bushwhacker Kick to attack.
I'll take the 2.
Takes the 2. Go ahead.
Anafenza, the foremost.
Foremost.
Legendary creature, human soldier. When it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on another target tapped creature you control. If a creature card would be put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead.
The Wombo is real.
Hi. And I'm going to swing at you for 6. And I'm
that
going to put
has
a...
summoning sickness.
Oh, sorry.
And you're not going to put a +1/+1 counter on it.
Nope. Thank you.
I take 2.
I don't know what I'm doing around here anymore. Pass turn.
Draw. That's a bad card to have right now. That's okay. This is really bad. This is really, really bad. That's a 4/4.
Yep.
Pretty much forced to do this. I'm going to Goblin Grenade my Bushwhacker. I'm going to kill Anafenza. Then I'm going to Surge Reckless Bushwhacker into play and attack you for 2.
Take 2.
So the reason it's only 2 and not 3 is...
Because Surge.
No, it's... well, the Surge only gives other creatures +1/+0, whereas Bushwhacker gives all creatures +1/+0. So Bushwhacker's a little better. Go ahead. Actually, Bushwhacker's a lot better. Well, Goblin Bushwhacker.
Anafenza.
He's not as reckless as his cousin. You got another one?
Hey.
Jesus.
Swing at you for 2.
Fuck.
Pass turn.
Fuck. That's pretty much game over right there. Well, let's see what we got here. Jesus. Alright. Fuck it. This is what happens with this deck. Eventually you just kind of ignore the board state and just kind of go into fuck it mode. Alright, I have 4 mana to my mana pool. I'm going to Devastating Summons. Sacrifice 2 lands. I'm going to create 2 2/2s. I'm not sure how I want to represent those.
With cards.
Do you have 2/2s?
That's Jeff's stuff. I don't think he'll have it. What are you looking for?
I like any creature that's a 2/2.
Yeah, I got it. Mountainous amount of tokens, my friend.
Sweet. Alright. That's Jeff's Savage Beating.
I gave it to him, yeah.
Nice. Drazy. Ah, perfect. Morph creatures. Okay, so I got 3 mana floating. Devastating Summons. Sacrifice another 2 lands. Make another 2 2/2s. 2 mana floating. I'm gonna play Reckless Bushwhacker Surged. Creatures get +1/+0. No attack. It's a lot of damage.
I will block one of the Bushwhackers with Anafenza.
Let's assume you do. You take 1, 2, 3. Wait, you definitely want to block the one.
That just came in.
No, the other way around. You want to block the one that came in before because one of them is a 2/1 and the other one's a... There's actually a 3/1 on the board.
Oh, okay. Then I'll block the 3/1.
Okay. So you block the 3/1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You take 14 and go to 1.
This deck blows.
Go ahead. But I have no lands in play.
I don't really have any lands either. We're on turn 5, 6, and I still only have 3 lands.
This
4,
is,
5.
This is turn 5.
Yeah. Not very helpful, is it? I think you win.
If that's true, then I'm gonna have to request a rematch because that deck should definitely be.
Swing at you for 6.
You need to stop attacking. Start blocking.
You outnumber me in creatures.
It doesn't matter. You just keep blocking until I run out of cards in hand, and then eventually I run out of cards on the board, and then eventually you still got stuff, and you lose. I mean you win.
Birds of Paradise. Pass turn.
Untap, draw, swing. What you got?
Path to exile one of them.
All right. Let's just say it's a token.
And I
Doesn't
die.
really matter. Yeah, you die. All right, rematch, please, please.
Okay.
I want to see that deck win. I'm gonna take out sideboard, reset. Yeah, I don't. This time, I don't want you to attack until I have literally no cards in hand. Like straight up. And block every single time that you can.
How about I just play this deck the way it was meant to be played?
Which is exactly how I'm describing it.
Slow and arduous, and by turn 30, I will kill you with my big butts.
Yes, exactly.
Because we'll decked ourselves by then.
Booty butt, booty butt, booty butt, cheeks.
Man, I can't wait till they bring back a card that's almost exactly like Engineered Plague. Oh, God, it'd be so good.
Engineered Plague, choose a creature type.
Yep, all creatures of the chosen creature type get -1/-1.
That's pretty good. Do you guys remember Onslaught Block? It has all the good tribal shit.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know about this card called Peer Pressure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, you need to have a lot of mind control effects to actually take advantage of it, but back in the day it came in this deck that featured illusions, and in Onslaught they were called the Mist form. It was really cool. And you could change the creature type of your Mist forms, and there were two combos in this deck. It was a black-blue deck. One of them was standard, Peer Pressure, so you change all your creatures to whatever creatures they got, and then if you have more of them, you play Peer Pressure, and then you gain control of all of those creatures. Really awesome. And then second card, what was it? Is it Engineered Plague? No, there's another thing. It's like sacrifice a creature and then destroy all creatures of the chosen type. I mean, of that creature's type. I'm gonna keep, by the way.
I'll keep two.
Okay. We should have rolled, but let's do that now. You're gonna let's high roll.
I just
7.
lost. What are you talking about? Why am I rolling? I lost.
We reset.
I'm never going to get over 5, so I
Alright,
don't know
here
why
we
you
go.
keep picking high.
Here we
Just go.
I don't know why I'm playing Magic. All right, go ahead.
Damn it, Yugi. Just fucking kill me. Pass turn.
Go ahead.
Cavity Township. Ooze.
I'm gonna bolt the ooze.
Okay. Pass turn.
See here, mana untapped. If you please, what mana do you have untapped?
Oh, sorry. Colorless and green, white. It's tapped.
And let's reset the life totals. We're both at 20, yes.
Correct.
Okay. Land, go.
Something Japanese. Crack it. Pay, I assume, a life and get a card. I think there's only one forest in this deck. Oh, thank God, 2. And they're right next to each other.
Yeah. I mean, in most cases I would recommend waiting for end step and then getting something tapped like a Overgrown Tomb or whatnot. But
Kind of makes it hard to play at that turn, though.
Right. But in this instance, actually getting Force and other basics is really good, because if you're seeing mono red, you might assume they have a Blood Moon in there somewhere. So
I'm just going to assume that the deck sucks.
jeez, you're so
Negative?
yeah.
I don't know what's going on in this deck, so that's why. Corsair Crufix. Play with the top card of your library revealed. If it's a land card, you may play it. Whenever land enters battlefield under your control, gain 1 life. It's a land card. Comes into play tapped. I gain 1 life.
Brandon's got to be the only guy who can have a deck full of foil shocks and fetches against mountain, and think he's gonna lose.
I don't think I can do that. I can only play 1 land per turn, right?
That's right.
Oh, well then I can't. Because I already played my land for turn. Past turn.
But you could have played it.
Why?
I mean, you could have played it
How?
if you hadn't played a land this turn.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, am I not doing something? Is that... Did I miss something?
I am drawing too many lands for my 17 land deck. Go ahead.
Oh, look, a land. And, let's see.
Hey, NBK Shredder.
I'm going to put Overgrown Tomb.
Is NBK Shredder Nick?
Yeah. I'm going to take 2. 1, 2. Black. Green. White. On Affluenza.
So you took 2?
I already did.
Oh.
There you go. And I'm going to swing at you for 2. I gain 1 life from a land entering the
What did I
battlefield.
say about attacking until I have no cards in hand? Alright. Alright. I take 2.
Pass turn.
I draw. Land.
I told you I was building my own modern deck, Dick. I like the concept of this one,
Can
though.
I win right now?
Concept-wise. You can. You can do 18 damage right now. End this shenanigans.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 23. So I got 23 damage loaded up, but he's got a blocker, which is basically means that no, I can't win right now.
Damn.
But let's do this. Pact of Titan. Let me create a 4/4. I don't have 4/4s, so I'm going to do something a little cooler. Make a Hellion. Ga 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 ga. I also have to pay 5 mana at my upkeep, which was going to be represented by this. Right there. So
Why
I
don't you make it a
die.
5?
Yeah, 5.
There you go.
There we go.
Now that's cool.
Goblin Bushwhacker. Attack. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. I'll block with anaphylactic shock.
Oh, sorry, it's 7. Who are you gonna block?
The Hellion
Okay,
thing.
so block the Hellion.
So
It's
I
a
take-
4/4.
Yes.
Okay, so damage. This dies, that dies. You take 1, 2, and it is your turn. This is not how this deck is supposed to operate. I mean, I should be dead right now. I mean, not right now, but I'm pretty much dead already. If I'm
Stirring Wildwood comes into play.
casting my
gain a life.
Pact of Titans and hoping to actually pay for them, something has gone wrong. But that's okay. We're still playing Magic. He's got Courser of Crufix and Surgical Extraction on top of his library. You could extract my bolts. You could extract my titans. You could extract
Voice of Resurgence.
my mojo.
Termagoyf.
Charmagoyf. Instant.
So he's
One.
a 5/4.
Could you list off the subtypes?
Creature, land, instant, and sorcery.
Nope, just instant.
Oh, okay, sorry. So he's a 4/3.
Creature, land, instant. And anything else?
That's it.
That's gonna make him a 3/4.
Yeah, that's. Did I say it backwards?
You said 4/3.
Oops. I don't work here.
I just own and operate all of the equipment.
Right. Pass turn.
Yep. Pay for my
Math
Titan.
is really hard. Whoever said math wasn't hard was lying miserably.
I will pass.
Vault of the Arc Snails. Okay. 1,
It's so pretty.
2, 3, 4. Vault of the Arc Snail. All my creatures get Death Touch and Lifelink.
How?
Vault of the Arc Snail.
Could you read how?
1 black, 1 white. 2 other creatures you control gain Death Touch and Lifelink until end of turn.
Gotcha. It's an activator. So that's what you're doing right now?
Yep.
Okay,
and
game.
I'm gonna.
We're going to 3.
And then I'm gonna play Surgical Extraction.
You aren't playing shit. There's no opponent. We're
He's
going
let-
to game.
Just a fucking sign on your fucking seat. Out to lunch.
Lifelink, what? What's that? My mono red ass can't deal with that.
It's only for 7. You can still do like a mountainous amount of damage. You get it? Mountainous.
So we're going to take out a pact. We're going to take out another pact. We're going to take out Devastating Summons. We're going to take out Haze of Rage. We're going to put in
Streets of
4 Blood
Rage?
Moons. 4 Blood Moons. Let's try and draw one of you. Because that would really help.
I thought about sideboard, but I've already done my sideboard. I don't know if you caught that or not. I already sideboard out. Put Leyline in here. I put Surgical Extraction.
Surgical Extraction.
Yeah. Because then I can get rid of some of your direct damage bullshit.
Yeah, Surgical Extraction's a really good card. It's just ridiculous. I didn't realize how good it was until I played in that last GP. It basically carried my ass to victory. Oh wait, I'm playing against Dredge. I don't want to have to fight against Prized Amalgam or Life from the Loam. It's just Surgical Extraction. Oh, you're playing Scape Shift? Or any deck where the title of the deck is a card name and that card is in your graveyard? Surgical Extraction. Here's a good tip. Try not to play decks where the name of the deck is a card name. Because, I mean, it's not like it's a bad deck. But
I wonder what Big Butts does.
strategies are usually better than cards. You know what I mean?
Nope. I haven't even named my red-blue deck that I made just for you.
Does pretty good against Just For Me. Beat my ass up earlier. Drakes and Serpents. Alright, I'm on the play. I lost. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm saying the same thing.
Welp. I really can't keep this.
I guess I have a reason not to.
Yeah, I can't keep this. No bushwhacker, no second land. I mean, one or the other, you'd be probably okay. Hoping you draw lands against a deck that's just gonna like I really need to hit those tempo checkpoints to actually win.
Yeah, well, that's the same thing with mine. If I don't get those instants in the beginning, I'm just like, oh fuck. When are you gonna make us an
You
MTG?
can sideboard every game. You can sideboard game 1. That seems highly suspect. I don't think you can sideboard game 1.
When are you gonna make us an MTG Lexicon
Playmat?
playmat?
When you pay me.
I've got $100 right here.
You think that $100 will cover the work it takes to make one of these?
With love and support from the rest of us.
6.
And I want you to do it on a scannable piece of paper or something.
I'll keep. Scry.
Because then we can actually print it out onto playmats.
If you wanted me to do like a little illustration, that would be kind of fun.
A little illustration? I want a full playmat, bro.
Full playmat. Well, I mean, I'll just start on that, and I'll keep a work log, and I'll ring you up at the end of the process. I charge myself $25 an hour. So.
Wow. Don't ever ask me for IT support. I promise if I ever charged you per hour, you'd be broke in a fucking week.
Hey, people got to make a living out there.
Yeah, but I help.
And that's
people
pretty
out
much my fate.
for
Like
free.
all of my friends have abandoned my IT. Go ahead. Needs and desires. Oh no, my computer won't work. Too bad, Paxton. You're a jerk.
It's gonna come into play tapped. Pass turn. Yeah, unfortunately, I won't ever charge friends or family. It's your turn.
I know you know. I know you know, Nick. I'm just being a little bit ornery tonight. It's a damn cold.
Orange. You're being a little bit orange tonight.
Memnite. Ornithopter. Reckless Bushwhacker. Attack. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nice.
Go ahead. Now I really need a land or a creature. Specifically a 0 mana creature or a land.
Forest. Bop. Doom bop.
I definitely didn't want to see a birds right there. Or a forest.
Pass turn.
My narrative should be giving away huge hints. What is it? I'm gonna have to hold that.
Are you hungry?
Like a little bit.
You feel like getting some food after this?
No. I'm gonna go home and cook.
I am starving.
Alright, let's wrap it up. Swing. 3. Path, what you gonna path? Yeah, you're gonna path that. I'm gonna get a land. Definitely don't path me. Don't path me, bro. Is it coming to play tapped or untapped?
Tapped.
Okay, that's not that good then. Go ahead.
Doom bop. Bobbity bop. Makes no fucking difference, does it? You have any township?
Ugh.
Another birds?
Ugh.
Voice of Resurgence?
Great.
Pass turn.
Here, cut this. Alright, draw. Ornithopthop. do I attack? I think I actually have to attack at this point with two birds on the field. Blood Moon is just not going to do anything at all. So I don't even want to waste time casting it because it's going to tempo myself away from a victory. So let's cast Kuldaltha Rebirth on an Ornithopter. Get 3 Goblin tokens.
I must do a vape trick. I don't know any vape tricks though. I know how to inhale.
Reckless Bushwhacker, Surge.
And exhale.
So I'm going to attack you for 1, 2, 3. Plus 6 is 9, 10, 11.
You win. I've got nothing but lands in my hand.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be turns before I can stop that.
Yeah, I think I'd be able to race you to death.
Yep.
Well, there's a game 2. Game 3, last game. Let's do it. Brr, 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 last game. Brr, brr.
Would watch again.
MLG inhale and exhale. Hey, what's up, guys?
Are you wearing a tie-dye shirt?
Me?
Yeah. It's very vibrant. I can see it through the window.
My best friend's mother got it for me in Nevada City.
You don't buy tie-dye shirts. You make tie-dye shirts.
It
I
was
think
made
most
by
people
some
buy
hippie
them.
lady. She
It
bought
was,
it.
it was for a good cause.
Pot?
Yeah, duh.
Pot's a good cause. I can't argue with that.
It's a great cause.
It's not a bad cause.
In fact, if we're on stream, donate to my charity.
PTGL pot.
Charity.
Take it. Cut me.
Do it. Do it now.
So you're on the play?
I mean, I've lost every game. Am I?
You won that last game.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's because you gave up. I wasn't going to win that.
no. Vault of the Archangel, you were definitely going to win that.
So 1 of 4 games, I have won.
And you won at stand. No, actually, he's won the majority of the games. He's won the majority of the games.
Night. Of the night. Not in Modern. And in fact, it's now halved because we played 4 Modern games and 3 Standard games.
All right. You're on the play. I'm going to keep.
I may have trashed your Standard games, but you're trashing me in the Modern. I will have my deck built so I don't have to use this next week.
He should be winning. He's going to win this next match. It's like very like, you're on the play. What you going to do?
I'm gonna mulligan. I got 2 lands that just ain't worth it.
That's right. You do that.
And I'm gonna say that because Nick's like, you always gotta be more aggressive mulliganing. Didn't you know?
It's true. Yeah.
Well, now I'm being more aggressive. We'll see what he has to say about it. Let's look.
If you didn't
Well,
like...
fuck you too, Brandon. Okay. That's what I get for mulliganing. It's alright. If I ever play against Nick in this deck, he's gonna wreck me with it, and it's gonna be funny.
Well, that deck has got a really good mid game. I basically got 4 turns to knock out this win. And that's it. And I'm on the play, which is not good.
5, 6, 7. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Can't my. What the fuck? It doesn't. I don't
know why I done running.
I am literally cursed.
How big could we be playing, man?
I have 1 land.
I don't wanna die.
Either I have nothing but lands or I have one land.
I don't want a pickle. I just want to ride my motorcycle.
Did it matter whether I drew 7 or not?
I just
Still had one
wanna ride
land.
my motorcycle. Cool.
Sorry, now I draw 5.
Yeah, draw 5. What a loser.
That's right, Yugi.
That's right, Yugi. You're never gonna beat my blue-eyes white dragon. Hand over Exodia or your grandfather's gonna get it, Yugi.
I put my trap card face down.
Fucking Bugsy was the worst on that show. Not only was his character like he sounded like a little annoying prick, but he was a little. He just grabbed your. You know what I would do to somebody if they like took my deck and threw it overboard of a cruise ship? I would
Throw them over to get it?
I would shins that. I would knock him in the shins and take him into my room and be like, "Oh boy, you're about to get the Paxton."
Okay. Sure. This.
I was talking about torture. I was gonna torture Bugsy as revenge.
I'll pay the 2 life. Bop. Doom bop. Go.
Doombop. Starting off with a Signal Pest, and I will also cast an Ornithopter and a Memnite. Go ahead. That was actually pretty bad play. It depends on whether I draw a mountain.
Bibbity boop. Crack it. Pay 1 life, I assume, and find a land. And then I will
Whisper unmentionable things into my ear.
take 2.
Jeez. Unmentionable things.
At what point would it be unmentionable, though?
At what point is it unmentionable? I don't know. In our political climate, there's a lot of shit you can't really talk about anymore. 9/11 was an inside job.
Inquisition of Kozilek.
Oh, Jesus. You see 2 Reckless Bushwhacker, a Goblin Bushwhacker, and a Goblin Grenade.
Reckless Bushwhacker.
Away it goes.
Pay 2 life. Surgical Extraction.
And then the rest of them. So actually, you get to look through my deck and take them.
You normally stick them together so that it's harder to find.
I'm going to give you a Jeopardy theme song countdown. Standard. Here we go.
Oh no, I accidentally threw all your cards in the trash.
You used Surgical Extraction on my Goblin Bushwhackers.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're going to look for Goblin Bushwhackers, not Reckless Bushwhackers. Try
Oh, I meant Reckless.
Well, Reckless Bushwhacker wasn't in my graveyard.
It says hand, graveyard, and...
You exile a card from my graveyard, then search their hand.
Oh,
library,
right.
graveyard.
You know, you're right. I'm an idiot. So Goblin Bushwhacker. Here we go again. And it's gone. Wait, I thought I had you discard... Oh, they're both Bushwhackers. I should have specified.
Well, yeah,
Womp.
if you're going to Surgical Extraction,
Womp.
then you should have definitely taken Reckless Bushwhacker. Don't you think?
Well, that's what I thought I did. That's why I pulled the rest of the Bushwhackers. Is because I thought I did that with Kozilek. And then you put the other one in there.
No, you rewind. You can rewind the tape on that one.
It's whatever.
It's whatever, man.
Don't care anymore. I just want you to kill me. And miserably.
He gets the other 3.
I'm gonna tap birds to deal 1 damage to myself because I don't want to live in this game anymore.
Man, a
because
bird doesn't even exist anymore.
I swear I thought I said the other one, and then that's why I pulled those.
It's okay, Brandon. Everyone makes mistakes. You just gotta learn to live with them.
Can you kill me already?
I'm just the worst.
It's not you. It's this
Draw.
sightly, flashy deck that is okay.
I'm gonna attack. You're gonna take 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, pop.
From
Ornithopter and Memnite. And Signal Pest is gonna Battle Cry, giving everybody +1/+0.
oh, okay.
And it's your turn.
Ridge Racer. Voice of Resurgence.
Okay.
Pattern.
Untap. Draw.
Thank you, Tyler. I know you're there for me.
Attack for 3. Blocks.
I'll block one of them on the.
You
That dude on the ground.
Oh,
He's a 1/1, right?
Yeah, but he has that stupid thing where it's like you can only be blocked by creatures with flying or reach. So he doesn't have flying, but he can only be blocked by creatures with flying or reach.
Okay.
So you can block my Memnite, in which case your
It
Voice
dies.
Resurgence will die.
I'll take it.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead.
You know, Nick, whether you play modern or standard or all that other stuff, the cards actually still operate the same, which is weird. You want to leave your hand on the battlefield, or you don't care?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just playing it like that.
Okay.
Common practice amongst the casual modern players.
Mm-hmm. Can't do shit. Go.
Draw. Tap down. Play Signal Pest and Signal Pest.
Does modern have different rules than standard?
I'm gonna attack.
No. Does modern have
attack in
different
the air
rules
for one.
than every other game that you play cards with? No. Doesn't matter.
There is a huge
Fatal push on not flying guy.
Okay, so you take 0. Your turn.
Great. Pass turn, my friend.
There is a pretty big learning curve and when you go up from standard to modern and then again from.
No, it's just about knowing what you're playing with, really. I'm picking it up slowly because, I don't know, I don't know what's in here yet.
Well, I mean, I don't mean to be ragging on you or anything, but take the criticism for what it's worth. I mean, I've been playing modern for a long time. You're making mistakes with your lands and sequencing and stuff like that. You could improve.
Maybe.
Okay, so here we go. Combat. We're gonna attack with everything.
I take it.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh no, how did that happen?
You're dead.
Oh no. A lot more of nothing for turns. A lot more turns.
Yeah, you kind of just didn't really draw anything relevant that game.
Ooh, wow. Okay, so I had anaphylactic shock after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turns before I would have ever been able to do anything with you.
Let me see. Let me see all the cards that you played that game.
Sure.
Oh wait! No, don't mix them in with the cards that you just drew off the top of your library. What did you have? Because there not many turns took place here.
What is it, Doctor? What is it? Did I miss something?
Well, honestly, not really. I mean, you could have taken the Bushwhacker.
I meant to grab the 2/1 Bushwhacker, but you put the other one in the graveyard.
But
So
at the end of the day, I wasn't able to cast them, so it didn't really matter. Actually, taking the other Goblin Bushwhacker was probably the correct choice, but who knows? I could have drawn my hands.
Did I miss something?
I don't think so.
Is
no.
there a Doran in there that I didn't see?
Nope.
That's
You just-
weird.
You just didn't draw anything relevant. 1, 2, 3, 4,
You hear that, Nick?
5. Could have blocked. Meh. I
To
don't
what
know.
end?
I don't know. Probably. There you go.
Thank you, sir. Despite being salty, thank you, Nick, for lending me your modern deck. I wish I could have seen Doran at least once. I know you have a couple in here, but I didn't see it at least once. So, womp womp. Sucks to be cursed. Oh, wait. Wow. The bottom of the deck, 2 Dorans right next to each other.
Yikes.
Cursed.
And when I was at the GP, I would do this like if I noticed that every time that I mulligan,
Thank you again, Nick.
right before I go back to just reshuffle, I'll actually filter through my deck and be like, huh, what's going on in here?
That's called stacking.
Well, I mean, I want to look and see if
You're still stacking? To look to see if you're still stacking?
wait. You're looking to see if the deck is stacked, not stacking the deck. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you're going to fix it after looking at it, kind of defeats the purpose of it being random, isn't it?
Well, no. I mean, I'm not gonna look through my deck after I shuffle. I'm like, let's say I draw a really bad hand, like 6 lands, and I'm like, oh shit, what's going on here? I'm just making sure that there aren't huge clumps. So before I go into the next game, let's say I go through my deck and I notice like 5 mountains are in there. Instead of just going like straight back to shuffling, yeah, I'll straight up take this and go like that, even these out. And then once I'm pretty satisfied after going through, then I'll go back to a randomization style, or I'll pile
That's what I'm
shuffle.
saying. Huge clamps are part of randomness, but that's what makes me cursed. If you've seen this stream long enough, you will know that I am cursed. Doesn't matter what I do or what I play.
Huge clumps are indeed a part of randomness. I did an interesting experiment where
I thought you were going to say a study.
experiment. Well, I'm not qualified to do studies. I'm not a scientist. But I did my own little personal experiment before I went out to Vegas to see if I could win at flipping coins. It was a really interesting experiment. So what I did was, here's how I set it up. Every time I noticed that 2 coins in a row were the same, I would bet the opposite to see if I could make money. And if it continued to be that same, like let's say there's 2 tails in a row, and then I bet heads. If it ends up being tails again, I double my bet on heads and continue to go to see if I can make money. It makes sense, but that's just not, I guess, the way statistics works. Eventually, no matter what you do, you're going to run into these long periods where you get a lot of heads and a lot of tails, and it's impossible to predict when those like runs of 1 in a row are going to start.
It's like craps. And it's like roulette. It's like all those things that you could bet and gamble on where chance is involved, and that's part of the game is luck.
Huge clumps are a part of Magic, but
Yeah.
I won't
Except-
start like I don't like the idea that my current game is being influenced by my last game. Like when you
But
play,
it is. That is literally what happens.
Well, no. I mean, like if there's any influence anywhere on your deck order, then it's not random.
But that is the result of it being random.
Well, hang on. You're ignoring what I said. Like
You refuse to believe that your last game would be influenced by your current. It's exactly what it is, because the order in which your cards are played in the previous game and shuffled in the next game contribute to clumps.
But okay, yeah, sure, but that's sort of Brandon, you're being semantical at this point. It's like
Okay,
so
well,
the idea is, let's just cut straight to the chase, is that when you play a game of Magic, your cards end up into piles where they're no longer random. You got all your lands, and then you got your spells in your graveyard, and if you just go to shuffle those piles, you don't know if you're gonna. It takes a long time to shuffle those.
I don't know if
piles.
you ever see me, but if when I end a game, I grab my board state minus the lands, I put them all in a stack, I take the lands and I shuffle the lands on top of that to make them random in between that, so I don't have a clump of lands and a clump of whatever. I actually shuffle them on top of it to interstitial them, and then I take that and then I shuffle it into the main deck, and then I do that several times.
Yeah.
That's probably the best way you could do it.
Yeah, probably.
But it doesn't matter. I'm still cursed. It's still going to happen to me. And even in our second game, even though I won barely, I was dying. I could not draw a fucking card to save my life. I kept drawing lands.
Vault of the Archangel is really good though against an aggro player, like against any burn strategy. They just can't get past it, you know.
Well, when I pulled that from the Tides, that was top deck, just absolute 100% pure
that was
luck.
brutal. Yeah, it locks out the game state.
Yeah, so that was just pure absolute luck.
That was brutal. I couldn't come back after that.
But that was it. And if you want, are you gonna go play any game nights, standard game nights, in between now and?
Yeah, there's a standard showdown actually. I think coming up this Saturday at Udo.
Do you want to take it?
I don't want to be responsible for other people's cards. I know, like Nick likes to do this to me all the time too, where he lends me cards to use, and I don't like to be responsible for them because I'm honestly.
If it makes you feel any better, this deck costs less than $50.
But there's a very good chance that I will misplace them and then get my ass into trouble. It's just one of those things. I know thank you, but I must kindly refuse. Plus, it kind of defeats the purpose. Like I need to be playing my own strategy because I need to make my own decks better, not yours.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll lend you the deck if you get some Sweltering Suns and put it in there for me.
Not gonna do that.
And then give me the deck back.
Nope. you hold on to your cards.
No.
Just get them off Channel Fireball. They're like $4.
I hate waiting for cards. I hate ordering cards. I hate
my
the
favorite
process
thing ever.
of not showing up in the store, handing them a list with everything written on it, and not walking out of the store with those cards.
I bet you could drive out to Udo, like on a weekend. Just drive out to Udo, and they got lots of stuff.
Yeah, how many singles do they keep on hand all the time?
You know, it's not like they have an exhaustive catalog. They won't have everything, but they do a really good job restocking tournament staples.
See, here's a part of it. It's not that I'm lazy. I'm just lazy. You know what I mean? I would rather drive out to San Jose, which, you know, that's a 45-minute drive on a good day.
Or more.
Yeah, on a good day. I would rather drive for 45 minutes, hand Channel Fireball a list of cards, pick them up right then and there, and then drive back than deal with the online shenanigans. But if you walk in, they will not process any of that order.
Yeah.
They do not do walk-in card hunting or anything else like that. They only do online only.
Right.
Which to me is just like...
Yeah, Eudaimonia is pretty picky. They don't like people to just walk in and start making the sorters go get stuff. The sorters like to be doing all their work based off of printout.
You mean not?
Yeah. Actually, no, those people stay pretty damn busy from what I can see, like at Udo. Man, I could not do that job, by the way.
See, that's a...
it would wear my thumbs out. You're
Nick
just going like this all
Nick
day.
is saying exactly what I'm saying, which is it's way more work to drive out there than to order it on TCG Player. I know that. That's why I'm saying I'm lazy, but I'm lazy. You know what I mean? I'm also an instant gratification person.
He's lazy mentally, is what,
Yeah,
he's
so
saying. He's not physically lazy. Wink.
Yeah, right. I would prefer to have them in hand and leave with them in hand than to have to wait a week coming from 5 different sellers. Someone going, "Oh, I accidentally dunked your fucking card in a vat of chocolate pudding."
That was actually a sex pun, by the way. I don't know if you caught that.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
it
that's
was like,
why I
you could have really misinterpreted.
No, I winked back.
All right, guys, let's
saying.
close up. Let's close up shop tonight.
Let's recap. It was a good game.
We had lots of good games.
Yeah.
It was a pretty salty night. We were pretty ornery with each other, and yeah, Brandon smashed me in standard, and then I got to smash him back in modern. It felt good.
Just know next week you're not gonna get away with the same shenanigans in this modern genre.
Okay, I'm really looking forward to whatever Brandon esque strategy comes to the table.
The
'Cause
most painful part is going to be 4 surgical extractions.
oh jeez, it's gonna be so good.
It's going to be brutal.
That's really powerful. 4 surgicals. How will I win? Are you gonna use like Thoughtseize?
Yes.
Yeah, Thoughtseize surgical is probably the best play in
And
all
then,
of Modern.
There's
now.
that one card I was telling you about. It's out of the new set, out of Amonkhet. 2 black, 1 other. Target player discards 2 cards.
It's not Wrench Mind. That's from Meriden.
No, I think it's like Offering or Burnt Offering or Suck This Offering or
Suck this offering.
something like that. Anyways,
suck my offering.
like I said, the whole point of this new deck that I'm making is to literally just get you to discard and sacrifice everything that you have, and then just dump this fucking monstrous 7/7 and get shit out of your hand so that I can start swinging for beeful instead of lethal. I'll just call it beeful.
Beeful. It's some Timmy beef with discard. Discard is really good
Yeah.
because it's like a catch-all. Like every card has to go through someone's hand. I mean, unless you're playing Dredge.
Yeah, right.
So then discard isn't really a catch-all. Then you're just like, oh, I'm playing Dredge against 8-rack. I guess I'll board out my Faithless Looting.
Right. But you know what? That's where the surgical extraction comes in. Because
Yes.
most people have
Yes.
play sets of things. So as you discard and you think, oh, well, I'm going to discard this because I know I have 3 more in the deck. I'll draw it. That's when I'm going to surgical extract it. And there's Mana Tithe. There's Rebuff the Wicked. So you targeting me isn't an issue. Countering you out of nowhere will be aggravating for someone playing like a white-black deck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just frustration because then you have to wait an extra turn until you have the extra land to pay the Mana Tithe because you know I'm going to do it.
Right. Yeah, once you get into their head, it's game over. That's like the goal. And oh god, it would be like they're going to go like turn 1 Noble Hierarch and you're going to be like Mana Tithe. Oh, crippled for that's the whole game right there. Get wrecked by Mana Tithe.
Well, I was watching people that had their modern deck and they used oh man, I'm blanking on card names tonight. He's like a 6/6, sacrifice 7 life, draw 7 cards. What is he? Starts with a G.
Wait, 6/6?
I think he's a 6/6, starts with a G. Sacrifice 7 life, draw 7 cards.
Oh, Gristlebrand.
Oh, Gristlebrand. So people have the Gristlebrand thing where they discard Gristlebrand. The next turn they put down a swamp or whatever, and then they play Gristlebrand. Comes into play with haste. They swing.
So like Goryo's Vengeance or something.
Yeah, they swing. They play the. It's a red card. Instead of paying the cost for this card, you can put 2 red cards in your graveyard, and it just gives him another attack phase. So then he draws 7 more to get those 7 cards, then attacks you again.
Oh, no way.
And then they turn 2 Gristlebrand you to death by swinging at you by just going through the cards and just rotating through these cards.
No, that's not. That's got to be a Cold Snap card. Discard 2 red cards, and then you get another attack phase. I don't know what it's called, but it's definitely
through the breach. There you go.
No, it's not Through the Breach. Through the Breach is.
Creature gains haste.
He was talking about a card from Cold Snap. Although Through the Breach is definitely a card you think about when you think about Gristlebrand. You're not trying to tap 4 swamps to put it in Gristlebrand in play.
Yeah, it doesn't cost 4. It costs like 2 or something like that.
It's probably Goryo's Vengeance.
It probably. I remember watching games and researching on it, thinking about the things that I'm going to have to play against in Modern if I wanted to take it competitive. So
lots of different stuff.
I was going through, and I was just telling Nick too that it's frustrating because all the cards that I would have picked for this Modern deck aren't actually modern. Most of my card knowledge is 7th edition, like pre-7th edition. Like, everything between 7th and Origins is kind of hazy for me in knowledge, but everything before like 8th edition or like around that area, 7th, 8th edition, I'm really good with. Everything after I'm really good with. It's just this gray area for me when Magic started getting weird, and I stopped after Kamigawa. And
yeah, I stopped right about what was the I basically stopped buying boosters at 5th Dawn, and then by
oh, there you go,
Saviors
Fury of the
Kamigawa,
Horde.
stopped
You may
playing.
exile 2 red cards from your hand rather than pay Fury of the Horde's cost.
Sounds like the Gristhole brand deck.
Yeah, and then there you go. Goryo's Vengeance.
Yep.
There you go. That's it. And then they pay the 7 life, draw the 7 cards, have a bunch of red in hand, get rid of the red, do another
You could
swing.
pay 14 life, draw 14 cards.
Yeah. And then you have,
Big-o
and then you just keep
problems.
playing it. Keep playing it. You just go off. And so that's why Mana Tithe or anything like that,
Well,
even
yeah.
at turn 2, would just be devastating
They
to someone
just
at
never
that stage.
reprinted Force Spike except for in white.
And not only that, you could turn 1, put down your swamp, Thoughtseize, put Gristlebrand in the graveyard, then pay the 2 life, Surgical Extract it.
Wait, why would you do that to yourself? Oh, against them.
Yeah, against them.
Yeah.
To get rid of the Gristlebrand. So that's why I'm...
Well, here's a
Can
here's
go
a
that
pro
way.
tip against the Reanimator deck because it's really hard to fight against. If you notice right up there, Glorious Vengeance is an instant. You
Mhm.
definitely want to wait to cast your Surgical Extraction until the very moment that they're trying to reanimate whatever's in their graveyard.
in response. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I
'Cause
get it.
Then you nail them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you count, you can Mana Tithe it instead. If he doesn't put it in his graveyard, right?
Right.
Like, say he plays something else, it is in his graveyard. I don't have a Surgical Extraction, but turn 2, he's going to play that.
Or even still, like a Reanimator deck is running on a super tight curve. They could go turn 3, Faithless Looting, discard Gristlebrand, Goryo's Vengeance, and then that's your one chance to Force Spike them and
Yeah.
end the game.
Yeah.
Brutal.
So, anyways, that's what I'm basing that deck around, is playing against something like competitive like that. So my goal and aim is to get everything out of your hand, and then anytime you can play something, I want you to sacrifice the shit out of it.
Sounds good.
So we'll see when that comes into fruition. Hopefully next week. But
Modern's
yeah.
a wonderful format because it kind of follows that rock paper scissors law. Like it's hard. It's really hard to build a catch-all deck that just like doesn't have any bad matchups. I've never done it myself.
We'll see. I'm sure a basic counter dot deck would wreck me at that point. You know what I mean? So
Well, counterspells in Modern aren't that good. Like your best counterspell is Mana Leak.
sometimes.
Mana Leak.
Yeah.
All right,
Anyways.
guys. It's been great. It's been a Tuesday. We've
been a
been
Tuesday.
tossing it up, but not like that. Ha 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 ha.
We're out of salad.
Yeah. In front of my salad? Jesus.
I
Not
know.
in front of my salad.
That's it. Thank you very much for joining us tonight on Tuesday Toss-Up Salads, and we really appreciate you guys coming, hanging out with us. We're playing other formats this time. It's not just EDH like on Saturdays. This is our chance to kind of have fun with what we do. So we got some Standard, we got some Modern.
Standard. Modern.
Um,
Next week, tune in because I'm gonna have my Pauper deck ready. Nick's got his Pauper deck ready.
Oh yeah.
Build a Pauper deck.
Okay.
Brandon, I love you. Build a Pauper deck.
The only Pauper deck I want to make is a Chittering Rats Pauper deck.
But I already built the Chittering Rats Pauper deck.
I know. That's why I don't. That's why I'm sad.
Dude, it's not even that good. Take my word for it. Like
Oh, no,
I've gone to a bunch of
I
Pauper
know.
events now, and I've just been getting my ass handed to me by Mono Blue. So
Well, yeah, that's-
fuck, dude. Fairy Miscreant and Bone Splitter and Spell Stutter Sprite. That deck is so good.
Mhm.
So if you want a net deck and win, and just like I'm telling you right now, you will wreck my shit if you just go up on to MTG Goldfish and look at the Mono Blue Delver
Net
list.
decking is okay. I'm just not a big fan.
Mono Blue Delver and Pauper's really strong.
Oh, sorry. Anyways, thank you very much for joining us tonight. We are MTG Lexicon. I am one of your hosts, Brandon, aka the producer, and I've also got one of our guests here.
Paxton, just Pax, aka P3. This has been Tuesday Night Toss Up. Peace out.
Peace out.